Hello, Suzuki Honda Civic Sashimi. We got Emanuel Tweek back at it. Another brand new game start. Today we're playing Doki Doki Literature Club. As punctual as I am in real life, you already know that I'm late to everything when it comes to games. This game has been out since what, 2018? And now I'm finally playing it again for the first time. All I know about this game is that it's not what it seems, because when you literally load up, it tells you this game is not suited for children or sensitive viewers. But I don't care. What do I look like to you? We're hopping into this anyway. New game, baby. Oh, my name. What is my name today? Alright, how about this? Hey! I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she just don't care, oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. The girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making today, but it just so kind of works out because you've known each other for so long? We used to walk to school together on days like this. Starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's gonna chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me.
I overslept again, but I caught you this time, you slimy fuck.
Maybe. Big head Pete filled in there. But only because I decided to stop and wait for you.
Eh? You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's me, Big Head Pete.
Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something.
But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to.
What the fuck did the Japs say when they win something?
Sayonara!
No. I don't know. What the fuck?
Gambarimasu!
Right? Something like that. Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute.
By the way, Big Head Pete, have you decided on a club to join yet?
Yeah, Club Diddly Dong suck on my schlong, that one. I told you already. I'm really not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either.
You told me you would join a club this year.
Did I? Sure, it's possible that I did, in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me, but I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime.
Uh-huh. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't be able to learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know? And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. Don't make me keep worrying about you.
Alright. I'll look at a few crubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though.
Will you at least promise me you'll try a little?
Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Is, like, sports, is that a club, too? Or is that just, like, part of gym and gymnastics or whatever? Like, for tryouts and shit. Is that considered a club? I don't know how they do it over there. First thing, bro, going to the bowl club. The bowling ball club. We're about to get our freak on, bitch. Suck on that bowling ball, bitch. Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? Maybe because you're a bitch? I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit. Even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. School day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Crubs. Sayori wants me to check out some crubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club.
Hello?
Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the class.
I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed.
You don't need to wait up for me if it's gonna make you later your own club.
Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know...
Know what?
Well, that you could come to my club.
There's no way I'm going to your club.
Meanie!
Sayori is the vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title of Vice Presidento. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club.
Come on, please?
Why do you care so much anyway?
Well, kinda told the club yesterday that I would bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything.
I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or if she's so cunning as to have planned all of this out. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Why you fucking fat ass?
Yes, let's go.
And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door.
Everyone, the new member is here.
I told you, don't call me a new member. Huh? I glance around the room.
Welcome to the literature club. It's a pleasure to meet you. Sayori always says nice things about you.
Damn, she must have been lying because I'm a piece of shit.
Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, Big Head Pete, what a nice surprise.
Yo, I'm no meteorologist, but I'm pretty sure it's raining bitches. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls.
If you want to say something, say it.
Alright, your head is too big for your body. The fuck is up with that?
Natsuki, Balad.
The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is the one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori.
You can just ignore her when she gets moody.
Okay, I guess I can talk to her 3 weeks out of the month. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back towards the other girls.
Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that.
Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with the people like Sayori and Natsuki. Ah, well, it's nice to meet both of you.
It sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Big Head Pete.
Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me genuinely feels a little... you too, Monica.
Come sit down, Big Head Pete. We made room for you at the table so you can sit down next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Yeah, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. And how about I make some tea as well?
Girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there's one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens a closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand.
Okay, are you ready?
I forget who's who, bro. She my friend or she a bitch? Also, the voices are probably gonna sound similar because I'm not a woman, and for women to voice as a guy? Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears.
So cute! Hi, kawaii des! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Just hurry and take one.
Sayori grabs one first, then Monica. I follow.
It's delicious and magically nutritious.
Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. You waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki.
Why are you thanking me? It's not like I
Haven't I heard this somewhere before?
made them for you or anything.
I thought you technically did. Sayori said,
Well, maybe. But not for you. You know, you, dummy.
if you act like this around me, I might just give you a smack on the vagina. Oh my gosh, holy shit, this just reminded me. I found a file on my desktop that I didn't remember how it got there, but I know that for a fact it was me. It is titled Funny Lil, like L-E-L. I say lol, so I'm not gonna say fucking LOL. And everything that I do is in a way to make somebody laugh. In the world, in existence, me, myself, and I'm the only one who uses this PC. Nobody else sees it. It doesn't fucking matter. But I do it in a way that I know is funny. I title every file something funny. Everything I do. I'm not saying that I'm funny, but I try to make it funny. Regardless, I open this file like, what the fuck is this in here? What is this shit? And what the fuck it says is this. I open vaginas up with 2 fingers like a heart. That is not funny. Why did I say this? And onto my desktop? A 10-word text document? Anyway, alright. I gave up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismissed the conversation. Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. He carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. Keep a whole tea set in this classroom?
Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book?
I'm illiterate. If I could read, maybe I could answer that question. I guess.
Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not...
Oh, it's raining bitches. Insulted, Yuri looks away.
I meant that, you know.
I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea.
I'm glad.
Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me.
What made you consider the literature club?
I want to learn how to read. I'm illiterate. I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet. Sayori seemed really happy here, so...
That's okay, don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, my duty is to make the club exciting and fun for everyone.
How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs.
Well, you know, to be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. Feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how other...
Ёбаный в рот.
Feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for the events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream.
Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in this club yet.
Not many people are very interested in putting all-out effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature.
I like to write. I don't like to read, but I like to write.
I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, Mina-san? Yeah, we'll do our best. You know it, bitch. Slay! You are so cunty, girl.
Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they were also delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature.
So, Big Head Pete, what kind of things do you like to read?
Considering how little I've read the past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. You could be funny. Road signs, toilet paper branding, that first really big letter at the top of paragraphs. That's what I like to read. Manga. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet.
Not much of a reader, I guess.
Well, that can change. I tried on a few occasions to read books, I just haven't found anything that I genuinely enjoy. But what I realize is that I love world building. Is there any books that are world building-ish thing, you know what I mean? I think the most recent one that I tried to read was Jack Reacher, if I remember correctly, but that was a while ago. I remember when I was a kid, I used to like those fucking Nate the Great series. Like this kid and his dog, detective, whatever, hunting shit down, finding clues, but I don't remember how it went, but I remember they would eat pancakes or waffles or something at the end. Those books I really enjoyed. Then one time I found this Bionicles, I think it was, comic book, and I was reading it on the bus to school one day, and I was like, bro, this is sick! And I think I lost it a day or two later, and I couldn't. I was so upset. I'm like, damn, finally something that I found. I enjoyed doing that, and it was just gone. But that's life. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri?
Well, let's see.
Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her fingers. Oh, bro, you just touched 1,000 things. Are you gonna put that back in your mouth? I'm becoming a germaphobe in my later years.
My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy.
Oh my gosh! I'm a psychic! Abracadabra, bitch, take your clothes off! This is all jokes. I get it's high school.
The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me.
Nah, I just like to imagine wow, that's a world we can live in someday. Feel a part of that, you know what I mean? That's why Cyberpunk, Beyond the Steel Sky, games like that. Doesn't have to be that futuristic necessarily, but that's what it happened to be. Like Game of Thrones. I love Game of Thrones. Last couple of seasons were whack, I'm not gonna hold you, but you know where I'm coming from, that whole medieval shit. I love that shit also. Carrying on, my bad.
And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive.
Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds comfort in the world of books, not people.
But I like a lot of things.
Tell me more.
Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop?
I don't mean to backtrack and talk a million times about myself right now, but this is also what drawed me into Hunter x Hunter, bro. In the beginning, the first act, the part of the exam, bro, there's this whole world with these monsters and these islands, the this, the that, the hunters at the top of the chain of doing... I'm like, wow, that's sick. I would have been happy if that went on for 148 episodes, bro. Just the tests.
Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately.
I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock.
Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think, or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud! Give that back. Fine, fine. Your cupcakes, your poems. Everything you do is just as cute as you are.
Sayori sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. Natsuki, you write your own poems?
Well, I guess sometimes.
I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime?
No.
Natsuki averts her eyes.
You wouldn't like them.
Ah, not a very confident writer yet.
I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself.
Alright, Socrates, take it easy, dog. This is just extracurricular.
You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? You're retarded! Oh! Maybe if you share some of your work, you could set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers.
I guess it's the same for Yuri.
I wanted to read everyone's poems.
We all sat in silence for a moment.
Okay, I have an idea, everyone.
Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica.
Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then, next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it! Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Big Head Pete?
Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I've only come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes.
But, I'm sorry, I thought, Big Head Pete.
I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls? Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down.
You really did scare me for a moment. Really just came for the cupcakes. I would be super pissed. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club.
Ah, thanks.
Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share.
Monica looks over at me once more.
Big Head Pete, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself.
Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. If you keep announcing that you're shit, the bar is gonna be low. They don't expect much. You'll be alright. Stop being a pussy. Meanwhile, as the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food.
Hey, Big Head Pete, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together?
That's right. Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she's always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I just need to make the most of my circumstances and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Okay, I am going to end it off here. Deadass, I enjoyed it. I'm liking it so far. What do you guys think? Also, you could let me know what do you think I should put in this poem? I'd love to be able to write it all myself, but I guess I said fuck you, Mr. Tweek. But I can live with that. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. And if you stuck around to this part, I appreciate you. I also appreciate the channel members, Judas Ceremony, BTDD, I'm Sandwich Maker, and Kenny092004. You guys are supporting me on a whole nother level, and muy te amo, mucho te amo. Mi amigos, mi familia, ya dig? Alright, I'm out this bitch. I'll see you all in the next one. Let me know what anything. Deuces!